Garten of Banban, or Banban, apparently.
Wait, so they're Canadian?
Hello,
That explains a lot.
Ferris and Gap.
The developers of an indie game
Don't
scene around the
explain why
lake,
the
Garten
Canadians
of Banban.
That's how the creators say it, but honestly, I've heard literally nobody else pronounce it like this, so I don't know how to pronounce it. Garten of Banban is the newest, bestest, and least buggiest mascot horror game on the scene. And you should be vaguely concerned that out of those statements, only one was really just a joke.
Oh gosh. Oh. That's a lot of motion blur.
This game has been all over the tube. That is, the YouTube. And not in a good way. It seems the Funny Bird game is hated, as you can see in some of these truly brutal YouTube titles. Mascot horror is a joke. The sad state of indie horror. Garten of Banban. This game sucks! Garten of Banban. The biggest joke in indie horror. The massive problem with Garten of Banban. Stolen from Poppy Playtime. Did Jumbo Josh do 9/11? Garten of Banban is easily the worst indie horror game ever. Demuted. This new horror game should be banned. In other words, people hate this game because they see it as representing the worst of mascot horror. This genre includes things such as FNAF, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Hello Neighbor, and of course, Poppy Plays Time. Of course, there's been criticism for this genre for a while now, but of course, Garten of Banban is the main issue out of these games. It's not like any of these games were famous for somewhat scummy business practices. None of these games have ever had game-breaking glitches, or charge you upwards of $50 for a game that's barely play-tested. But yes, let us heap all of our hatred upon the Funny Bird game. How dare it be lower quality and not have game-breaking glitches? Wait, why is this a bad thing again?
No!
Why can I not?
Go slow.
I can't get up on this. Why can I not get up on the bench?
One reason these tubular commentators are so frustrated with this game is because they have merch. The creators of Garten of Banban had put up their excellent merch store right as the game launched.
You guys want to get some awesome merch?
Now, is this merch good?
Why do they have merch for this?
Because it's
Why is the merch so freaking expensive?
Because it's a really good game.
Did that game cost money?
No, I would
Okay.
not have been playing it. But
I was gonna say.
No. Is it well priced? Not really. If it was a tiny bit cheaper, or I had a job, would I buy some? Yes. Don't get me wrong, I do think this is not the greatest move. Poppy Playtime did this as well, and Funko's been putting up FNAF merch before the games have even been revealed for years now. And rightfully, they all get flack for that. But also, this is a free Steam game. I don't have to pay for this. No one does. Really, the only people who would all be negatively affected by this business practice would be children. And I admit, a lot of these commentators are probably thinking about the children, and I can confirm that the audience has a lot of children. Caden Presti says, so this character is probably hinting as a new character in Garten of Banban. I disagree. This incredibly low quality picture is definitely going to be something else. What makes you think it's a new character? Rodwin Jupiter Gang, known as Jupiter, says yes. And Leonardo Carlos chips in, strong arm emoji, starstruck emoji, starstruck emoji, starstruck emoji. Promoting Jupiter to reply. Buff person? Francisco, I'm pretty sure that's his dad by the way, says smile emoji, smile emoji, smile emoji, sparkle emoji, sparkle emoji. Chapter 2. Cat Gaming just has to pitch in, this gonna be mid AF. I disagree, Cat Gaming. I think it's gonna be awesome. And also, I don't think you're a real cat. Woodman78 is astonished that, holy shoot! Five Nights at Freddy's The Twisted Ones? Caring Scarab 303 is a man of the people asking, the Garten of Banban 2, can we Android remove joystick to watch? And the people are loving it. Astral Beans is desperate to know, when come out? Me must play! TH3IOH4N is stunned and only can muster a whoa. And who can forget the wise words of Pano Pano. Who can forget the wise words of Pano 123? OMG! Does this mean evil Banban in the infamous game Garten of Banban 2? Sign me up! I want to play kindergarten. Garden is a fast way of saying kindergarten. Smart job, developers. Generally, you guys are smart people. I really like the game, and once it comes out, I will play Garten of Banban 2. You also use Roman numerals. I do not use those. I am bored to write 2 like this, so yeah, I don't like Romania, but I do like Garten of Banban. And Guardian Storm says, Walter. So yeah, a lot of children. But also, like, if these kids have their parents' credit card information, maybe just don't let them do that. Checkmate, parents. Yes, of course, I understand that sometimes this is out of control, and I don't want any poor parent to have to spend $40 on a Jumbo Josh shirt. I would, of course, love to have one, but I don't think parents would. The tubers treat this as if this is some sort of massive scam. What about Security Breach? Which was a glitchy mess of a game which required you to pay them to play. This game has an optional shop in a free game. You know that, like, Fortnite does this too, right? The second main criticism is that it's not scary. Which I have to ask, has mascot horror been scary lately? Or at all?
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, guys.
Have fun, but you know, not that much fun. That'd be kind of weird.
Okay.
Oh. Maybe he should come back.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
bird.
Oh well.
This is bad.
He's probably gonna die.
Yeah. Holy shit.
That did not scare you.
Hello Neighbor long ago gave up trying to be scary and decided to become a bad game instead. Sure, FNAF had a Help Wanted, which I think people thought was scary, but the previous and later entries really didn't have that much of a fear factor as far as I can tell. Bendy and the Ink Machine decided to basically become a non-horror game with Bendy and the Dark Revival. Poppy Playtime is still scary, I think. I don't really know. I didn't play Poppy and I mostly just experienced it through Astral Spiff, so honestly, I don't know if it's actually scary or not. Basically, people are making fun of a free Steam game, and that sucks. I really don't usually blame people for taking low-hanging fruit when they can. It's the tastiest. But at this point, these people aren't even taking low-hanging fruit, they're just pillaging a completely different tree. Games like Brofalls and Crash and Run are masterpieces in their own way, and I will make fun of them relentlessly, but it's done out of a place of love. I genuinely love these games. And I genuinely want to see the developers succeed and do more things. Now, Garden is not the best game I've ever played. It has some issues.
What do you think would happen if I just jumped in here?
There's probably a bottom. Oh.
Maybe he's gonna die.
You.
You.
That's it, just you.
Well, what'd you want it to say?
Okay.
Okay, apparently you died. What?
It's not very scary, which is a major problem with a horror game, even though I don't think many horror games are scary. You know, it still kind of sucks that they're not scary when it's a horror game, you know. It's kind of the point. And also, the self-aware humor kind of falls flat, I'm not gonna lie.
Here. And sharing is caring. Your pancreas is mine.
That doesn't...
Trying
Wait,
to...
is that what it says?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
gosh, what's going on?
The notes are funny, though. Except this one. This one just confuses me. Did the child, like, lace it with LSD? I don't understand what's going on here.
Dear Mommy, I am hiding in a room, but I have to fight the monster. It is the only chance to make Claire like me.
What?
I think Claire's been decapitated.
No,
I think-
you just can't see her body.
It's a very wrinkly...
It looks like the monster's laying an egg, and then her
Claire
face
is
is
the
the egg.
monster's egg.
For all these failures, this game has managed to do something which no other mascot horror game has done in a while. It's made me intrigued. I cannot help but want to know more about Jumbo Josh. Will a Pillabird come back? What is wrong with this guy? Why are there two Banbans? Where are all the adults? What is wrong with this guy? How many arms does the jellyfish have? Are the children dead? What is wrong with this guy? What is that smoke? Who moved these planks here? And most importantly, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
And ooga booga booga ooga.
That's gotta be racist.
What's going on with his nose? Oh, that's a mouth.
He has a concerning underbite.
The developers of this game, the Euphoric Brothers, are also subject to these essayist wrath. Shout out to Demuted for bringing a lot of this to my attention. In a video that was recommended to me. I don't know him personally, I think. Anyways, apparently after YouTuber got the funny bird trending on Twitter, they blocked him and furthermore posted this image in response to criticism. Honestly, I find this really funny. I don't know if the Euphoric Brothers are trolling or not. I tried to open a discourse with them, but they didn't respond to my email, so, Euphoric Brothers, more like not responding brothers. Am I right? I just wanted a response. Now, don't get me wrong, it does seem like they have thin skin, but also think about this. They are quite young. Quite young makes them sound like they're 5. But one of them's in university, and the other one seems to not even have graduated high school yet. The amount of hate this game is getting, honestly, it would not surprise me if they got super stressed by this and just kind of lashed out because, you know, it hurts when people are relentlessly attacking something, especially this much. It hurts when people relentlessly attack stuff that you made, especially to this degree. These people claim they have a disdain for Poppy Playtime, which, by the way, I think is a far more problematic game than Banban. But Poppy is popular and is also made by a development studio, which means that no matter how much criticism you heap at it, it's never going to go away. So SES just move on and instead make fun of things which could improve, but they've just decided to brand them as awful because don't criticize the big corporations when you could just criticize the little guy. Which, by the way, Poppy Playtime also had a merch store upon launch, so like, they also sold NFTs, so like, what are we doing here, huh? I guess for me, I just don't understand how security breach, which was ridiculed, don't get me wrong, Poppy Playtime, and the Bioshock ripoff that was Bendy and the Dark Revival, which, by the way, I don't think that's a bad game. I actually think that was quite a interesting comeback. But these games get off with vague criticism, you know, stuff you would expect from a normal game. But Banban gets torn to shred by these YouTube commentators. And again, they can do that. I don't actually care that much, I say, as I make a 20-minute video out of making fun of them for doing so. But, you know, they can do that. They can criticize it. And I think a lot of the criticism is fair. But, like, fundamentally, I think the people who make these videos hate Banban because it's super easy pickings. Things like FNAF have nostalgia around them to protect them. Poppy Playtime and Bendy of the Dark Revival have these big development teams and these higher budget and good quality about them. Say what you will about them. They're very high in quality. Well, I don't know about very. They're pretty good in quality. And so they can take all of these things to deflect criticism and make them kind of these untouchable behemoths. But Garten of Banban, it doesn't have any of that. It's a bad free Steam game. I fundamentally make these videos on free Steam games because I love them. I really, really love free Steam games. They fill my heart with a joy that I don't experience from my family. That wasn't in the script, by the way. That just rolled off the tongue. Oh no. I'm sorry. That's not true. My family loves me. Except my cat. Cat freaking hates me. He hates everybody, actually. He's a menace to society. These games are all shockingly good. Sometimes in the way that Unturned is, that it's just a very quality game. And other times it's shockingly good because it's shockingly broken, like Crash and Run. But either way, I have a blast with them, and I want to see these developers do more and succeed. Fundamentally, I want to see this. Do you know how sad I got when Crash and Run was abandoned in development? I was so sad. I wanted to see more updates. I genuinely did. And not just because it got me views. That was helpful. But, like, I really wanted to see where the game would go. And then the developers never came back to it, and it made me cry. Most people clowning on Garten of Banban just want to express their despise for what the mascot horror genre has become. And that's fine. I just don't think Garten of Banban specifically is the game to criticize. I also think it's good to criticize from a place of love, and fundamentally, I don't think these commentators love free Steam games the way I hope everybody here does. Before I leave you sad and alone, I want to offer some ideas because through all the low-budget graphics, clearly somewhat rip-off style, I see what could be a decent game. First advice, lean into the self-aware humor. This may absolutely fail. I think it'd be funny if the kindergartner was like, they're so obviously evil, and the parents were just like, I wonder what the giant pit of death is about. It must be the wind.
What made you think it was a good idea to bring your kid in here in the first place?
I'm the
You're
naughty
just the
corner.
naughty corner.
Did you never think it was a bad idea when you saw the...
The pancreas is...
That doesn't even fit in the speech bubble.
We're traveling in style.
Why is this in here?
This is the ball
Who
pit,
uses this? Where's all the balls?
not in pit.
I don't think they take balls out of the ball pit.
Out of all my advice, don't take this one. It could easily fall flat, but I think it would be funny. Second advice, some people are saying that the fact that the bird just kind of stares at you before it kills you is scary. It's not really, but it's a very good idea.
Bro, what was going on with his feet?
Pillar bird
Why are you
acts
questioning
as
it?
a real predator would be something very interesting to see.
I think it can be, in several circumstances, be scary, and it's certainly creepy, don't get me wrong. I'm a wimp, so of course the bird kinda scared me, but that's just because I'm bad at horror. It was also kinda funny. I kinda liked vibing with him. I like enemies that don't immediately attack you, because it allows me to be stupid and hang out with them for a little bit.
Hello!
Oh yeah, there he is.
Hello, friend!
Here's a clip of a streamer actually getting genuinely scared by the bird, so it can be scary, don't get me wrong. I think more stalking sections and forcing the player into small spaces with these creatures and making us solve problems, harder than hit the button so that the drone flies into the button. I think if you made them more complicated and more tension around it, there could be really cool scenes. What are they called? Really cool moments where you're stuck in these rooms with these creatures slowly approaching you. I think that would be lit and really scary, and I would shriek and it'd be funny. People compare this a lot to Huggy stalking you throughout the first chapter of Poppy Playtime. It's not like that. That gives the Euphoric Brothers way too little credit. Because Huggy doesn't stalk you to kill you, he just kind of appears and then leaves. This bird is stalking to kill. There's a notable difference. You're not giving the Euphoric Brothers anywhere near enough credit if you're like, that's just the Poppy Playtime ripoff. It's not. Third and final piece of advice, just try and polish the game up a little bit. Honestly, the tree scared me more than Jumbo Josh did.
What's the
Why
point
are
of having the
drones
drone?
everywhere?
The drone presses buttons.
You can't press the buttons.
No.
Oh.
I'm too weak.
Common Miko L. You're too fat to fit on the slide.
Yeah. I'm actually not a parent, I'm just a very large child. What was the point?
You're not a parrot, you're just morbidly obese.
There's a button there. Wait, what's that button holding on to? No, I don't care about you. What's going on with that button, bro? What's with the button?
The fact that the bird just will infinitely stare you down in this hallway is hilarious, though. I kind of love it.
Don't take the trash can.
Is it like telling you where to go?
That.
Well, this opened and there's this guy right here.
Is that a thing?
I don't know. He doesn't really seem to be watching me. Is his head moving?
He? Oh, it's the bird.
I'm gonna
Okay.
sprint at him. No, don't leave. I want to be friends.
Just cleaning up the game a little bit will help a lot, I think. Hey! Future Karma here, wearing the same clothes, because I'm actually recording this at the same time as I record all the rest of this. I just want to say, they released a trailer for Chapter 2 while I was in the middle of working on this video and writing the script. And it seems to address most of the issues I had and actually seems to improve upon a lot of them. People are pretty skeptical about this, but I want to keep my hopes up, right? I want to be optimistic because there's too much pessimism. And I'm keeping this part in because I don't want the video to be wholly negative. I don't think that's very good for videos, and, you know, I want to be positive. So I'm going to keep this part in, but just be aware that, like, almost all of this is probably out of date. And with that, I bid you all adieu and hope to see you when Banban 2 releases because I love free Steam games.
To teleport. Ah.
Sounded like a Pokemon.
Make it bump into things. Can I make it hit the trash can?
That's so random.
Yes, I can! Kill the trash can. Wait. I should probably teleport the drone in here. I don't know where the drone is. There he is. Idiot. There's like floating pieces of debris.
They happen. You get used to it.
Game!
What, you didn't... What?
Nothing
What?
happened.
That's the game, everybody.
That's the whole thing?
That's the entire game.
That's so lame.
But don't worry, they're working on a sequel.
That's it?
Where presumably that guy will go on a licking spree.
That was the
Terrible.
worst game. Okay.
That was horrible.
Who's our favorite character,
Oh,
Jumbo Josh or Apello Bird?
Jumbo Josh. Opella Bird's overrated.
As for what kind of bird Upila is, we'll keep that as a secret for now. To fit in the kindergarten setting
It's a
we have in the
flamingo.
game. And what can't birds exist without? Eggs. Yeah.
Not what?
We thought that, but after letting some of our friends and family try the sequence and seeing that none of them were able to pass it, we decided to simplify it a bit more to what's in the game right now. As for the jump scare, we didn't want to do something that would take the player out of the
Please.
experience.
Oh my god.
I love this shot right here. How we made Apello Bird from Garten of Banban.
We have made games of just about every genre. Action, adventure, serious, multiplayer, horror, everything.
Did he just say serious as a genre?
Yeah, that's a genre. You know, you got grand strategy, shooters, call it
Serious.
serious, joke, sad games.
And the result was the cast you're probably familiar with at this point. 6 cute monsters, all smiling and laughing, with each looking vastly different from the other. And that was how the Banban gang was born. After finalizing...
Wait.
And the result was the cast you're probably familiar with at this point. 6 cute monsters, all smiling and laughing, with each looking vastly different from the other. And that was how the Banban gang was born.
Okay, two things. First of all,
The
this is
Bonbon game?
Bonbon? It's the Bonbon game, guys.
Yeah, that's literally what it's called.
I thought it was like Banban.
Also, garden is spelled wrong.
Well, yeah, because they're kindergartners.
Oh.
Also, wait, listen to what he says.
It's like a double entendre.
No, actually, it's nothing like that. What?
Yeah, I use big words sometimes.
You don't know what they mean, they just use them.
Like entendre.
And the result was the cast you're probably familiar with at this point. 6 cute monsters, all smiling and laughing, with each looking vastly different from the other.
Which each looking vastly different from each other.
I mean, the jellyfish and the bird don't look like the other ones.
Yeah, but the other 4 look like basically the same guy.
But yeah, but the jellyfish and the bird don't look like.
Yeah, no, they look different. They're good, but like they just made 2 semi-human people. One who is just slightly taller with a rounder head, and then just deleted the head off of the other one.
Yeah,
Look
what
at the
makes them look
floppy
similar,
arms.
Izzy?
The floppy arms?
Look at the floppy arms.
The
and
bird
look at those
doesn't have
eyeballs.
Arms.
True.
It does. They're on the bottom.
Legs?